Hi you guys! Today we have a super exciting video planned. I'm going to share with you my entire Chanel handbag collection. I know you guys have been waiting for this video for quite some time. I did ask over on Instagram and also on the YouTube community tab to see if you guys can guess how many Chanel handbags I have. And a few of you actually guessed 20, which is so close to the actual number, which is 21. So yes, I have 21 Chanel handbags. I am including all my minis, so the micro bags in this collection as well, which are technically SLGs. I just want to show you guys the roundup so you guys can enjoy more eye candy. Before we get started, I just want to share with you some fine jewelry I received, which I have been loving so much. So I actually haven't taken them off since the day I put them on. They are so beautiful. I'm talking about these diamond earrings from Idyl, and they're just so perfect for every day. The packaging was so lovely. I'll show you a clip of how the box arrived. Idyl is a jewelry brand that specializes in lab-grown diamonds. I have been very intrigued by their diamond jewelry. Pretty much to the naked eye, you cannot tell a lab-grown diamond from a naturally grown diamond, which is so lovely because you get the same amount of sparkle but at a fraction of the cost, and also because they're lab-grown, they're so much more sustainable and good for the environment. So the first little pouch had some cleaning supplies. So we've got a cleaning solution and then a little scrubbing brush and then also a silk cloth to polish your jewelry. So I thought this was a super nice little kit to have. And then you've got a second pouch, and inside is your diamond certificate, and also your jewelry is inside here. So how cool is the packaging? It's like a little book, isn't it? So the cool thing about this brand is the modular design. So you basically pick your base stud. I went for the petite size, which is the smallest. I just thought it will be the perfect size to wear every day. And as you guys can see, it's actually not too small, right? I do have quite small earlobes, so that's why I went with the smallest. So depending on your earlobe size, you can go a bit bigger and pick the diamond stud that suits you, and then you can go and choose these little add-ons. So I went with the Audrey, which is shaped like an eye. I don't know if I actually mentioned to you guys, but I am an optometrist, so anything that's eye related or eye shaped, I am always more drawn to it. So that's why I ordered this one. So let me put it on and show you guys because this is so cool. Okay, so you got your little stud, right? And then you have your little Audrey add-on. The diamond goes through into the middle there. And as you can see, now you have the evil eye. Let's put that on. Usually I always struggle putting earrings on without a mirror, but today it went in straight away. So now, look at this. Isn't it so pretty? So now we have the evil eye on there. And because of the design, if you don't feel like having the eye there, you can even turn it vertically. And that gives you another look. So I thought that is super cute. All their pieces are made of 14 karat solid gold, so they will not oxidize or discolor with wear. And I have been thoroughly testing them out. I have been wearing this design non-stop for the past week. I don't even take it off when I shower and I had no issues. You guys know I talked about my ears being super sensitive. For a period, I actually couldn't wear any earrings and the hole was already starting to close. close. Initially, when I got my ears pierced, it got infected and it took months for the inflammation and all the pus and everything to go down. So my ears have just been like super sensitive ever since then, and not a lot of jewelry I can tolerate. You know, I talked about the Tiffany & Co. sterling silver. I cannot do also costume jewelry. I can't keep them in for too long, so usually a few hours, and I have to take them out because otherwise my ear starts to hurt. And even the VCA Sweet Alhambra earrings, because the post is a little bit on the thicker side, I feel like wearing it for maybe 3 days or so without taking it out, my ear will start to feel a little bit pressure and will start to hurt. So these ones, I'm so surprised. It's been over a week now and no issues at all. I seriously found my everyday earrings, which I'm so happy about. So now I have both Audrey add-ons in. I thought this design is just so unique, and I'm always drawn to eyes because of my job. Yes, so I did pick one more, and it is this little ear cuff. So it has the diamonds on the cuff and then a very thin gold chain. I've always loved the look of multiple piercings, especially on my favorite bloggers like Tamara. She's got so many piercings and always so beautifully styled. Just because of the issues I had, I would never consider a second piercing. Just thinking back to my first two and how much pain I was in for months at a time. Yeah, I do not want to go through that again. The pain is definitely keeping me away. So the fact that these earrings can give me the look of multiple piercings, I am just so thrilled. Let me just show you. So you thread in the little hoop onto the end there, and then you put it back into your piercing. All right, and then, so you got your little dangling bit here, and what you do is you just slide that into your ear and then you pull it down to where you think it feels comfortable. And this is very secure. It will not fall out. And voila! Isn't that just so cool? So now you have your little cuff at the top there, and then it's connected by this chain to your Audrey add-on. And obviously you can wear it just by the diamond stud by itself. Let me quickly show you guys that as well. So that's how it looks with just the diamond stud and the spark ear cuff. I think that looks super nice on its own. What do you guys think? I thought this piece is just so fun and edgy. I have always wanted an ear cuff, but just never found one that really suited me or looks good on my ear. And this one, it's just the perfect amount of sparkle. It's so pretty and dainty, and I just love it so much. I'm so glad that I was able to find an ear cuff that finally works for me. Love how these earrings just sparkle so brightly. You can tell I am so pleased with this. And I love having the two different designs on the two different ears because that just adds to the cool girl aesthetic, doesn't it? They do have, you know, the modular design for their necklaces as well, which I think is super unique and super cool. And they also have bracelets. If you like what I'm wearing, I'll leave some links in the description for you guys to check out. They always have really good promotions or launches on their website. And with Mother's Day around the corner, I think now would be the perfect time for you to also check out Idyl and all their amazing add-ons. If you want to pick up anything, now is the time. Thank you so much, Idyl, for sponsoring this part of the video. I love my new jewelry so much, and they will definitely be my everyday earrings from now on. So I can't wait to add more to my collection. So let me know if you guys also have pieces from Idyl and how you're liking them. Otherwise, do check the description for their current promotions. So I added on my Chanel headband just so you guys can appreciate how beautiful the ear cuff looks without my hair hiding it. Love that so much. Now let's get started with my Chanel handbag collection with the very first bag I got from the Chanel boutique. and it is this beauty. This is the square mini flap from 18B. Isn't this just such a stunning raspberry color? Oh, I love it. And I got it in a chevron quilting. It is in lambskin, but this lambskin just feels so puffy and it is so durable. Of all the years that I've had her, there's literally no wear and tear on her at all. Yeah, I just love this bag so much, even though I don't wear her much now because I always tend to reach for my newer handbags, but I still am obsessed with this color. So this color is very similar to the Hermes Rose Pourpre or Rose Pourpre, which is my favorite color from Hermes. So yeah, this is just such a stunning color, and inside is fully leather with a slip pocket at the back and also a zipped compartment. Yeah, so still really love this bag. The only thing is now that my iPhone is bigger, it is a bit of a struggle putting the phone in there comfortably. So I do sometimes have to take my iPhone case off. So maybe that's why I don't use it as much anymore, but I would never sell this bag. It is my, my very first bag from the boutique, so it is very special to me. And back then the prices are a lot less, so I really should have bought way more bags back then if I had known how crazy the price increases are going to be. So this is my very first. Now the second bag that I picked up is this wallet on chain from 19S, the collection where all the iridescent pinks, which everyone went crazy for, and I did as well. This is my only wallet on chain actually, and this CC is in mother of pearl, so pretty. And of course you guys know I just love iridescent colors. So back then, when I got this wallet on chain, it still had the old snap button closure. I think the season after this is when they started introducing the magnetic closure, which is so much better because this is a bit hard to close, to be honest. So you really have to line it up, and if your bag is empty, it won't close. So you have to have something in there. Yeah, so I still really love this color. Even though I don't use this bag at all now, I just adore this color. So it's also something that I would probably not sell just for the color alone. It is just so pretty, and even the wallet on chain prices now, it's just insane. It's over $5,000, whereas when I bought this one, I'm pretty sure it was something around $3,000. So yeah, still love this iridescent baby. Now my third Chanel handbag is the mini Coco handle in this gorgeous beigey pink color. So this bag is in caviar and also in the chevron quilting. For the Coco handle, I actually prefer the look of chevron more than diamond quilting, because I think it just makes the bag look a lot more fun and edgy. This bag I actually couldn't get from my local boutique. I had to get someone from interstate to ship it to me. Yeah, I was lucky to find a lovely woman from Brisbane, and she offered to buy the bag for me and ship it to me. And back then, I don't know, I think I was just more trusting of people. So yeah, I agreed. I transferred the money and she actually did ship me the bag. So there wasn't anything dodgy. But thinking back, a lot could have gone wrong with that transaction. I'm just glad, yeah, nothing happened. I wasn't scammed or anything. So yeah, I'm super glad I did acquire this bag, because the Coco handle is one of my favorite styles. And you'll see later, I do have another one. So usually I don't like to duplicate bags in my collection. I usually prefer to have different bags, different styles, and also different colors. But this bag I love so much that I ended up getting another one. So yeah, this is the 20A mini Coco handle, and this size is perfect. The extra mini is just too small. It is good for crossbody. This one, it's more a shoulder bag or just a handheld bag. With all my top handle bags, I actually prefer just holding on to them, and this one does work on the crook of your arm as well. So yeah, super beautiful. Still really in love with this color combination. Now, I think this is around the time when COVID hit and there were, you know, all these lockdowns. So I had a lot of extra time on my hands to be on Instagram and kind of jump down the Chanel rabbit hole. While I was really researching all the bags and what sort of bags I like, I found this little cutie. This is the 20S Houndstooth Ribbon Tweed. So this is my very first tweed Chanel bag, and I basically just could not resist the Coco ribbon inside. Isn't that just so pretty? It is such a special piece. Adore this little bag. This one I definitely missed out from my local boutique, and I had to seek the help of a personal shopper. She ended up finding this for me from Tokyo, and yeah, I just love this bag so much. And at the time, she also had a wallet on chain, but I thought because I already have a wallet on chain, the round clutch I don't own, so I thought this would be a better choice. No regrets. This one actually fits so much more than the wallet on chain. The only difference is the wok, you can fit your phone inside. This one does not fit a phone, but it fits, you know, everything else. This tweed, it is a little bit more delicate just because the ribbon detail and all those little threads, it is very intricate, and also the color being, you know, black and white, the white parts are more likely to get dirty. So I do tend to take more good care of this one when I use her. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite Chanel bags. It's just so special with the ribbon detail. So yeah, had to track her down and add her to my collection. The only downside about this bag is the chain is a little bit long. So when I'm wearing her crossbody, it does sit a little bit low. Yeah, so my hip bone is around here and it is just under my hip bone. Usually what I would do is I would tie a small knot on the chain, and then it will be a lot higher and at a length that I'm more happy with. So yeah, easily fixed. It is so cute. I love this bag. The next bag I added to my collection was the Chanel 19. This bag is also from 20S. You'll see I did really love 20S, and it was the collection that I sort of missed out on because back then I wasn't really on Instagram or keeping up with the collections. This collection really ignited my love for Chanel. This light beige color is so pretty. I don't really like the Chanel beige clear just because to me it looks very yellow, but this beige, yeah, it is just perfection. So this one is in lambskin. The leather is a bit softer and more delicate. And I got it pre-loved and had the Rocambole packaging, which is, you know, the white packaging from the Rocambole Paris store. So I think the packaging and also just this light beige color really sold me on this bag. And back then, this bag was already quite expensive. Yeah, so I did have to think really hard whether I want to add this bag or not. But I just really love the look and also like the large poofy quilts and just how edgy this bag looks with the thick chain, you know, top handle, and also the 3-tone hardware. And inside this one, I do have a smorga organizer in there. So just show you guys. That's how it looks on. So yeah, not too big. And this is my largest Chanel handbag. I do prefer having mini bags or smaller sizes just because my frame is quite petite. This one I thought is actually a really good size, but I'm never able to fill it. So every time I carry this bag, it's practically empty because I just don't have any need to carry extra stuff. But yeah, I just love how it looks, and you can even, you know, tuck it under your arm like this. Yeah, I super love how that looks. It's just such a cool girl bag. So this one is my first Chanel 19. Isn't it just such a perfect color? I actually thought about selling this bag when I got my second Chanel 19, which I prefer a little bit more. But with the crazy price increases, I am definitely not selling this one anymore. I'd rather hold on to it. So the next bag I got is the mini rectangular vanity case. So this one is in lambskin, black and champagne gold hardware. So this bag, my essay offered to me. So that's how it looks. It is a little bit long, but the chain can be easily shortened. At the time, the vanity cases are a lot cheaper than they are now, but I still sort of couldn't decide whether I wanted to buy it or not, because as some of you from Instagram know, black is not my favorite color. Usually I prefer a pop of color because to me, black is a little bit boring. I know like a lot of you guys love black, and black really does go with everything, but it's just not a color that I'm drawn to or that I use. So that's probably why like you guys haven't really seen me use this one, but I guess it is still a good piece to have because I like collecting different designs from Chanel. So yeah, this one I have contemplated getting another rectangular vanity case in the color that I'm drawn to and then maybe selling this one. But yeah, I just never really found the right color. Back then though, the prices are so much lower, so I am actually so glad I picked this up when I did, because I think pretty much straight after they had a massive price increase, and ever since then the price has just been going up and up on these. So yes, this is my very first Chanel vanity case. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys, this one actually has the burgundy interior, and the burgundy interior is actually what eventually sold me on this one, because I don't have any pieces in my collection with the classic, you know, black and burgundy interior. So I thought this one is, you know, unique enough for me to add it. So yeah, I'm so glad I did, because I do really love that detail about this bag. The next bag I also had to track down from a reseller, and it is this Tweed baby, also from 20S. You can tell 20S is one of my favorite collections. I didn't have an essay back then, and I'm so glad I found her, because the Chanel 19, I think it actually looks the best in tweed. Do you guys agree? So this one is in such a beautiful combination. So it's got white, blue, red, and navy threads, and also some metallic threads in there as well. So you can see like some silver bits in there. It's a bit hard to see, but yeah, trust me, they're in there. And this bag is a lot more structured, and I feel like it's also a little bit smaller than the lambskin one. Just feel like this one, maybe because it's a darker color, it just feels smaller, whereas the beige one, sometimes I do feel like it's a little bit too big. And also because this leather, it's a lot softer, when I don't have much stuff in there, the bag feels a little bit flimsy, a bit floppy. So yeah, I have to have an organizer in this to use it. Otherwise, as soon as you sit it down, it will flop over. Whereas this one, even with nothing inside, it holds its shape quite nicely. And this bag I do love carrying under my arm. I just think that looks so chic. You wouldn't think a tweed bag would be carefree, but to me, seriously, this bag is so carefree, and it goes with a lot of things as well, just because of like the neutral color combination. It doesn't go with what I'm wearing today because all the prints are too busy, but if you're wearing something without any print, the colors just work really well with most things. So yeah, I really do love this bag. It is one of those bags that I just knew like I had to have in my collection. That's why I tracked her down from a reseller. Yeah, no regrets. I love her. And with all my pre-loved handbags, I did get them all authenticated just to make sure, you know, they're all real and they're not counterfeit, because that would be such a nightmare to pay so much money only to buy a bag that's, you know, like an imitation or something like that. Yeah, that would be horrible. So that's why I think this is maybe one of my last. Oh no, there's one more. No, there's two more. Nowadays, I don't actually shop through resellers anymore, just because maybe the more you know about those horror stories, the more like scared I am. Yeah, so nowadays I just shop through the store. Even though like I get everything authenticated, it's just that peace of mind when you yourself go to the store, buy the bag, you know that it's 100% real. Yeah, it's just like one less thing to worry about, right? Now, this is my next bag, which is the 21p caramel color, which everyone went nuts for, and so did I. I just had to have this color. I don't know, as soon as I saw photos, I just knew this is something that I want to add to my collection. And this is actually my birthday bag from 2 years ago. So yeah, really love her. This is also my very first business Affinity. This size is the small size, which I think is perfect for me at least. And this one is fabric lined inside, does have a crossbody strap, and also a zip compartment in front. This one is a really underrated bag, I feel like, because you don't hear many people talk about it, but it does have, you know, all the classic features of a classic Chanel bag. So you've got the flap, you've got the turn lock, you've got the back pocket. So yeah, it does have, you know, pretty much all the features I like, and also the top handle. Top handle bags are just one of my favorite handbag styles, just because I love holding my bags. So this bag I usually just hold on to because it is, I would say it's like a little bit on the heavier side. So yeah, just love holding on to it, but also the strap, you can crossbody, and it does hit me at a good height. So hip bone's here, so it's right on top. So yeah, that is a very good length. Do quite love that. So this bag is in caviar leather. The colors do tend to look slightly different depending on what sort of leather it is. The lambskin versions, the color does look a little bit lighter. And I feel like the 21p caramel is the best caramel. And every season after that, Chanel did tend to bring back the caramel. Usually it'll be, you know, slightly more orangey or slightly darker. But this tone is just the most perfect, because it looks almost like that milky milk tea sort of color. Yeah, so I really love this bag, and it really just goes with everything, especially in autumn and winter. I love carrying this bag. So the next bag I acquired was actually my mom's birthday present to me a few years ago. So this one is from 21S, which is one of my very favorite Chanel pink colors. So it has that very pale lilac undertone, which I just think it's so pretty. Just adore this color. Still one of my very favorite colors from Chanel. And this tall vanity is actually really handy. Sometimes I would just leave it open and have my phone sitting inside. So I'll just show you. So if you have your phone just sitting there, it will not fall out. So you can pretty much just wear it this way. So if you're in like a pretty safe country without many pickpockets, you can do this. And I would just have my card holder and keys in here, and I would be fine with that. So if I obviously have pockets, then I'll just put this in my pocket and then have the bag closed. I think this is just such a versatile little case. It is extra special because it's from my mom. So yeah, I love this vanity case so much. I had to buy through a reseller the matching flap card holder just because I love this color so much. Oh, what a pretty pink. So definitely a bag that I would never let go of. So a forever piece. So up until now, I have disliked the classic flap just because I feel like everyone has that bag, and oftentimes when I see it, it's always in black and gold or beige clear, which I always think it's too yellow for me. And then came 21A and the most perfect light grey. I have been up to this point wanting to get a light grey bag, and I did miss out on the light grey Coco handle, which I absolutely love but could not get my hands on it. When I saw this light grey, I just thought, because I've been getting so into Chanel, I should have at least one classic flap in my collection, even though I don't think it's a style that I'm super drawn to because it doesn't look all that fun. Going into this, I actually had so many doubts. Even when my SA, offered me the bag, I was like, that's a lot of money to pay without actually seeing the bag. But yeah, she couldn't hold it. So I was like thinking, oh, should I get it? Should I not get it? And then in the end, I was just like, nah, I'm just going to get it. And at that point, I've never actually tried on a small classic flap. So yeah, this is the small size. And I think this size is actually just perfect for me. I just didn't know it at the time. So when I went in to pick up my bag and I tried it on, I was so pleasantly surprised. It actually is a lot smaller than I thought it would be, because my mom has the medium classic flap at that stage, and I just thought it's way too big for me. But the small size is just perfect. I think for me, color really is so important. In the same design, if it was just black, I don't think I would go for it. But in this light gray color, it's so beautiful. And yeah, no regrets whatsoever, especially since right after I got this bag, they had an insane price increase. So yeah, I was so happy. And at the time, I had no idea they were going to have a price increase. I was so lucky to get the first batch of the 21A grey, because yeah, by the time the second batch came, the price increase already happened. Yeah, I was so lucky and so grateful to my SA for offering me this bag. So still one of my very favorite bags in my collection to this day. It does have the double flap, which does limit the capacity. It actually doesn't fit all that much. And from this season onwards is when I think Chanel had the microchips. So the gold plaque is on the front there, and there's no more authenticity card or serial stickers. This is how it looks on the shoulder. Love that. And this color is so good. It really goes with everything. Initially, I thought it will only go with cool tone colors, but even warm tones like, tan or beige coats, it looks so nice with this bag. And then you can also pull the chain through and wear it crossbody. Now, depending on your height, this may not work for you crossbody, but for me, because I'm petite, it does work quite well. It is a high crossbody, so my hip bone is just here, so it's just right above my hip bone. It is too short sometimes. If you have a lot of thick knitwear or coats on, it wouldn't work, but normally I actually don't mind a high crossbody, so it works for me really well. And of course, you can have it also on one shoulder. It's the perfect shoulder length. Love this color so much. Such a gorgeous gray. What's your favorite bag so far? I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I'm so sorry if it's like 45 minutes long. Oh, adore this one. While editing, I did decide to split my Chanel handbag collection into two, just so that this video is not overly long. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you very soon for part 2. And please do check out Idyl. I'll have the earrings I'm wearing linked in the description for you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye!